What's going on, everybody? KKamm here, and I'm coming at you guys with a little bit of a different video. I'm normally always posting about SSK and, just making a bunch of SSK videos, and I don't really want to do that anymore. I mean, I still need to post some about SSK, just give updates and stuff. Not like SSK updates, because I've already made like 3 of those, and, that's pretty much all I posted whenever I did post over that break. But anyways, I'm going to teach you guys some search and destroy tips that I've picked up just from playing search. And the reason that search is so important is that it actually probably is the most important game mode in the game, because search wins championships just like how defense wins championships in any physical sport. Search and destroy wins your Call of Duty championship, or your Call of Duty series, I guess, depending on what you play, because you might not be a tournament player or anything like that. So the most important part about search is staying alive and playing it smart. So what I like to do as a team, and we always have Huntsman on this map, because this map you have to play it more vertically. So like, instead of like kind of like playing it side to side, make sure you're actually like focusing on the vertical aspect of the map. So that's why I chose this map, to kind of give you guys some tips on it. But anyways, in search and destroy, probably the biggest thing in this game is to watch flank, because with the exos you can get to places extremely quick, especially if they have overclock. So you have to be sure to have one person just watch flank. If you're playing doubles, just have one person maybe like boost up once in a while to check flank or something, and then you can both focus. So that's probably one of the basics of this game, is just watching flank. In Call of Duty Ghosts, you didn't need to watch flank all that often, but you still need to be aware of it, or as any Call of Duty in the past that had search and destroy, which should be all of them. So make sure you're watching your flanks and stuff, and you also have to play smart, that I mentioned. So with my team, whenever we're playing 3v3s, because we don't have a fourth yet, like I mentioned, whenever we're playing 3v3s, I'm always constantly, if we don't win the round quickly, I'm either stuck in a 1v2, 1v1, or a 1v3. And so I can't stress enough how important it is to play smart. So, for example, like maybe Huntsman would rush up to A, and it's either a hit or miss. So either you pick off one, maybe get a 2-piece, even a 3-piece. Either it's a win, or he dies and Nitro and I are stuck in a numbers disadvantage. So you have to be sure to play it smart. What I like to do is I like to kind of like stay back, just maybe I'll go over here, and if I want to, I can just watch flank and stuff like that. Or if I want to, I can, try and stand right here, look for a pick if I don't see one, then watch flank, something like that. Or I can come up with Nitro, and if he's getting bombed down, I'll just protect him, try and make sure I'm in a good spot. You have to play it smart. You have to utilize cover. So, like, for example, you might think that head glitching is really annoying, but if it's really annoying, it obviously works. So why not use head glitches and stuff like that? But the only thing you have to be aware about when you're on head glitches is snipers, because some people do have a really nice sniper shot, like me. I don't want to sound overconfident, but I am a pretty good sniper in this game. So you have to be aware of people using snipers. So on your head glitches, make sure you're making smart challenges. Like, you don't want to challenge something. If you have a sub and someone has a sniper up there, you're not going to come out here and just try and challenge him like that. What you're going to want to do is run, and if it's a 1v1, obviously you're going to try and predict where he's going to go. So, maybe you think he's going to go up top 3, then you can just come right up on him. He's got a sniper. He's not going to expect him to just pop up out. He's dead. So you have to play it smart. Pick your challenges. If you're using a BAL, and the other person has an ASM1, then obviously you're going to want to try and keep it more of a ranged encounter, because the BAL is going to be better at a longer range than the ASM1 will be, even though the recoil patterns on this thing are messed up. Because, like, for example, you see how much vertical recoil that had right there? Well, watch this. Look at that. Hardly any there. So it's very inconsistent recoil, so you have to remember that. So that's that. You playing really smart is just probably one of the best things you can do in a search. Staying up is pretty much the same exact thing. Just stay up, play smart, and you should win rounds. And then another thing you want to do is adapt to the way your opponent is playing. So this was a big thing in Ghost. If you notice that your opponent was like rushing stuff, you might want to play picks. Come out here with a sniper, and if you notice someone's been rushing up A every single time, he's just been rushing A Street, and you just notice that he's done that every single round. You know, maybe you come up here and you just pick him off, or you might even, if you want, you can use this spot, right? Like right here, if you notice he's going to the right, you know, you can just call him out and pop up out with a pre-fire. If you know, see him coming up there, you just like, and you get him with your pre-fire. So adapt to your opponents. You know, you see a person going maybe up top third every single time, just rush him, you know, kind of push him out of there, and then you get first blood, and it's already a 3-2 game, or a 3-2 advantage for your team, or 4-3, depending on if you're playing 4v4 or 3v3. And another importance is first blood. You know, Huntsman really likes to push stuff in this game, and I don't really like to do that. I like staying alive and, you know, getting kills and trying to get the first bloods and stuff like that, and protecting bomb and just winning rounds in general. So, first blood is super important in this game. So, you know, if you have a really good sniper on your team, don't be afraid to use it. You know, go to some of the spots like the top wall. I don't like going top lockers because that's way too predictable. A lot of people do that. What I like to do is just go top this wall. You know, maybe just give it a couple boosts, and if no one's there, then look for someone that's flanking. No one's there, you know, maybe you might want to push up here to AC or top fire, whatever you call it, and just play first blood. Because if you get first blood and then you play together, then you will win that round 100%. Unless, you know, you lose your gunfights and you get 2-piece or something like that, then you should win the round as long as you're not playing it dumb. So make sure to do that. And probably the biggest thing in a search and destroy round on an offense is to get bomb down. So get it down as quickly as possible. So they might not expect you to bomb rush. So maybe get it down as quickly as possible. And if you're getting bombed down, always have someone watch you. Do not get bombed down if no one's watching you. That's Call of Duty 101 right there. Just if no one's watching you, don't plant that. You're just putting yourself at a disadvantage. You know, I could be right here. Oh, it looks clear to me, and a person just comes top closet, and I'm just dead. So be sure to get that bomb down, but make sure you're watching over bomb when you get it down. And on defenses, make sure you're playing a round bomb and look for it anytime you kill someone. If you kill someone, look for a bomb, because if you see it, that's a bomb down, you're going to know that for the other team to win the round, they're going to have to come and get that bomb in order for them to win. Because if they don't kill you in time, obviously it's your round on defense. But if they pick up bomb and they plant it, then you're at a disadvantage because now you're on the attacking side and you only have like 38 seconds to do it. So always make sure you're looking for bomb and play around the bomb sites, sort of speak, if you don't know where it is, because you know they're gonna have to plant it at some point if they don't kill you. So you have to be sure to play bombs and stuff like that on offense and defense. And another big thing in search, I mean, it's not really that big, but just find what you're comfortable and what you're good at doing. So like, for example, I used a battle a lot, but I realized that I'm much better with an ASM-1 and a sniper. So maybe if I'm trying to protect B on defense, I'll go right up here, just kind of give it a few jumps, and if I see someone challenging third, I'll just snipe him like that. So always find your roles and make your classes based on it. So maybe you want to smoke push something, put a smoke in a trophy, or a smoke in overclock, a smoke in mute. Just put what you think you're going to be doing. Like, make smart classes. I think Physip's probably the greatest, the greatest example of this, because he's always got like tricks up his sleeves with his classes and stuff. So like his smoke incog push and stuff like that. He's probably the smartest search player in the game, just with like the way he sets up and the strategies that he comes up with. And then probably my final tip, and the most important tip by far, is to be playing together. If you don't play together, you're going to lose rounds, and this is what Huntsman does a lot. So for example, Nitro and I, you know, we might have a plan. We'll be like, all right, let's set up for A. And Huntsman's like, all right, I'll come on flank for B, or I'll come on flank from B. Already, Huntsman hasn't even died, but it's already a 2v3 if all of them are at A. Because I'd hope that they'd play it together, because if they don't play it together, then maybe Huntsman would get a pick here, and he'd come around the corner, there'd be no one there, there might be someone in their spawn, it's a pick, and he could easily set up for a 3-piece like that. But if they are playing it together, then it's already a 2v3 with myself and Nitro over here at A, and they might pick one of us, and then it's a 1v3, and then if the other one gets picked, then it's Huntsman stuck in a 1v3, in an actual 1v3, where he's got to kill all three or defuse the bomb. So if you're playing on defense, it's obviously not good to have a 1v3 with bomb down, because you're pretty much screwed it then, unless you can find a way to kill all 3 people quickly, and you predict well. Then you're in a pretty tough spot. So you have to make sure to play it together. Huntsman doesn't like to play it together too much, so I have to tell him anytime he tries going by himself. We have to play this together, because like yesterday he was dropping 3 kills, Nitro and I were both at 7. He was like, nothing's working. And so then I told him, well, it doesn't matter as long as we're winning. We were up 5-2 round count. And so I told him, well, it doesn't matter if nothing's working for you. As long as it's working and winning us rounds, then we're good. Because obviously individual stats aren't going to matter in competitive Call of Duty. It's all about winning or losing. So, yeah, make sure you're playing it together. And I'm not trying to go at Huntsman or anything. He's a good player, and he's obviously my teammate. So I'm not trying to go at him. I'm just kind of making real-life examples of times that it's happened to me. So another big thing is learn how to trade and bait and switch. That's my final tip, is trade, maybe I'm right here, Huntsman's top fire, and Huntsman gets picked. I pop up, I get that trade, and it's basically like Nitro and I are in a doubles match then. So it'd be a 2v2. So trade's super important, and then bait and switch is probably one of the most beautiful plays you can make when it's executed properly. So maybe there's a person right here in surveillance or grandmas, whatever you call it. We call it grandmas because it's just an inside joke from Sovereign, when Nitro would always call he'd call that one surveillance area, he'd call that grandmas. So we just call anything that's like surveillance, we call it grandmas. So say for example, maybe Nitro's here, he gets in a gunfight, he's one shot, the other person's Nitro's one shot, the other person's one shot, and Huntsman's right here, he comes in and he just cleans him up, and the other person's right here, and he's like, I'm just going to challenge this because he's already super one shot, I hit him with one more shot, he's dead, I'm just going to lay down right here. And either he stops shooting Huntsman, or he just doesn't expect him to have, or he just gets beat in a legit gunfight because Huntsman pre-fired. So baiting and switching is probably the most beautiful play when done correctly, and it helps to learn how to use it. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you everybody who watched. Thanks everybody who watched the whole video, and I hope that it can aid you in search and destroy in the future, and you can win your searches from now on, because those are super important in a game and a tournament series especially. So if they did help you, please click the like button below, subscribe for more. I'm going to be making more episodes on every game mode, and I'm probably going to even teach you guys some spots and stuff that I found in this game, especially for uplink, because I've learned a lot of uplink spots, and I know a lot about the game mode now. So thanks everybody for watching. There will be more coming out soon, probably daily, maybe even bi-daily or something like that, depending on how much I get done. So like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.